like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, 180! 58, come on. Let's go one more.
On first down, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check cross, check cross.
Now it's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Lock in, lock in.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm here all day. Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
70, Indy. Check 9.
Now Minshew on first and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Minshew. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First down, Jaguars.
On the double.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry for Raquel Armstead. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
58's the mic.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Shift. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky, he completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
Here we go. 8, read.
Like the 59. Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Slam. Check 31.
On a jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen.
Now Leonard Fournette. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Minshew sets to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Topper! Topper!
58, come on.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You ain't got nothing.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Check 43.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Get up! 180! Max 50, Max 50! Check 4!
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Get up! 180! Mike, hey, 18. Get this.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Hey, Orbit.
Check Mike 57.
Get it.
On second down, here's Fournette.
Run.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Tight end run.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
That's going to be a long day.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ran, come. Back.
Pilot, 64, weak.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. And if they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Kill.
On third down, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check that. Rush in. Bang.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
He's checking.
Alert. 22 jet bomber.
Now it's Trubisky. Pass incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
58, boys, 58.
Alert.
You remember me? Let's go, man.
Hey, Zoo.
58.
Again, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So
it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Alert, 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 alert.
On first down, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Big rip, big rip.
Fournette on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Lock in, lock in.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
58, right over there, right over there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Pick up the ball. Under 10. 10.
They try again with Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Shift!
Alert, 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 alert.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 6 plays got them down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Touchdown! touchdown, Jaguars. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Jaguars get a score closer. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Bears take over first and 10.
Let's go, get excited, let's go, let's go.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bash,
that. Super toe.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
Now Trubisky to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Turner. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Target.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's got some space here. And these guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Past the 20. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Cohen, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 30 on second down, Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun, Minshew to throw, and able to find Conley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. A pass complete here to Conley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to go for a big, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They try again with Cohen. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's taken down inside the 30. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every